All right, sorry everybody, I'm back now. It is 12:50 on this beautiful Monday, August 19th. And what we're going over right now, since I'm going in between meetings and getting stuff done, I'm heading up to meet with my buddy Jesus and Melissa, who just came off of a talking with school teachers and doing an outstanding job, you know, helping to protect school teachers and their loved ones over in Missouri, and she did an outstanding job. Couldn't be prouder of her. So, what is this week? What is one of the things I kind of want to go over for this week? It is Will Week. That means all week this week, and I'm going to head over and do 2 here in a minute somewhere else. I'm trying to do between 5 and 10 a day. I'm going to get your will done for you this week, okay? I'm going to do your will. It'll be around, let's just do it for $18.95. Okay? And so it's less than $1 a day. There's no contracts. Literally, I'll do your will for $18.95. And what we're going to do is we're going to get your will and your healthcare power of attorney done, your living will and trust for minors. And all these people that say, oh, I can do a will for free, just, no, you can't. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because we have a thing called probate court. And your stuff has to go through probate court, which you need a representative and probate court for. I understand that you can write a will and you can put a will on there. That's great. But when it comes to probate court, when it comes to honoring that will, guess what? You can write a will till you're blue in the face. If you do not have the original will, when you go into court, it is no longer recognized. It will not be recognized. You cannot do that will. The other thing about a will is in probate court, you need a representative, because in probate, which is Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Indiana, almost every state in the union has what's called probate court, which no one will tell you about. And that's when you need your lawyers to go and represent you. When my dad went and got his will done after my mom died, when I was around 11 years old, it cost him around $1,500 to get his will, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and trust for my sister and I all finished and complete. I do that exact same thing for less than 20 bucks. And the reason why is because a will is your last will and testament. It's your last, it's basically celebrating your life. But it's not about the money and stuff. It's about taking care of your family when you're left behind, or if you're not deceased or something happened, it's if you have to be on medications that you need a general power of attorney, okay, a healthcare power of attorney. It's to basically get all that stuff done. All these people that tell me, oh, I don't have anything to leave behind, or oh, I don't, it's exactly like the people that tell me they don't need identity theft protection. You don't know what it is, you don't know what the causes are, and you don't know the future, so you'd rather ignore it than take care of your loved ones, take care of yourself, because if something does happen, it can cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And if you don't protect yourself up front, then there's nobody going to be able to protect you when situations happen. You're not going to be able to write a will because you're dead or you're in the hospital or something's going on. So I'm the voice of reasoning. When I go into MP units in the military, whether it's the Marine Corps MP units or the Army MP units, and they're deployable units, they all get deployed, and all of them say, well, we have JAG, but none of them have their wills complete because, oh, it's not something that's on their mind. And then all of a sudden you read about roadside bombs, or read about cancer, and all of a sudden, you know, when you're sick, you don't want to think about a will. Whenever you're deployed, you don't want to think about a will. Whenever you're at home, well, now I'm getting you to think about a will. A will is your last will and testament. I want to celebrate your life with you as you're writing it down. I like to be that third party. Okay, then I tell you to go get it notarized at the local library. Librarians are not going to charge you to notarize something. A car dealership will, but a librarian won't. You know, some businesses have even a notary because they need stuff for their business to be notarized, so they even have a notary. So my thing to you is get a hold of me all this week. I am scheduling, when you inbox me or send me or call me or send me a text, I'll set up a meeting. It only takes about 10 minutes. It may be something you may or may not be interested in. It's about 10, 15 minutes. I think it's important, okay? But it's something that we need to get taken care of for you and your family. If you're 18 years old, all the way up to however the oldest person in the world, you need to have a will. You also need to have a healthcare power of attorney, because no one's going to sit here and tell you this, but it is your last rights on this earth. Now, why am I so big on will? Because I had a buddy the other day die. I've had friends die almost every week this year from either accidents, cancer, suicide, you name it, they keep dying on me. And I love these people to death, but guess what? When all of a sudden their families call me up and I was able to get their wills and everything done, I can tell them where to find that will, or I can tell them which law firm actually is taking care of their will. We get it all done for you. So don't be that one person that doesn't have their will done, and now all of a sudden your family has outstanding debt, because guess what? Who are you going to leave your social media content to? Who are you going to leave all your pictures and everything to? Did you know that if you die, Facebook and everything else can use your pictures without your permission after you die, make money? Why shouldn't your family make money off of you? Why shouldn't your family be able to protect your... I was watching a thing on Marilyn Monroe last night, okay? Did you know her last day on Earth, you couldn't even recognize her? And did you know she stayed in a morgue for an entire week before anybody knew that she was even dead? That's Marilyn Monroe, one of the most popular icons of the 20th and 21st century. Marilyn Monroe, that person that's saying, "Happy birthday, Mr. President," nobody even knew where she was at. You need to have your last will and testament done. You know what? Prince, formerly, okay? Did you know he didn't have a will done? And they're still in this day fighting in court over where he's going to leave all of his stuff and everything else. There was a situation where a young man decided to get his will done, and it took a lot of coaxing, but he got hit by one of these soda company trucks, okay? The guy wasn't paying attention. He was more interested. I don't know. We don't know what the situation was. But he wasn't paying attention, and there was a huge settlement. The kid died. Well, guess what? Because he left in his will where he wanted everything to go to, his family was able to get the money. Now, if he did not have a will, did you know he would not have got a single dime of that money? Neither would his family. Now, he's gone, but he had hospital bills, expenses, ambulance. I think he had a helicopter. You have to pay for the helicopter and everything else. Not only that, you know, it's kind of like where he basically left where he wanted to leave all of his stuff to, including his body parts and everything. Did you know hospitals make money off of your body parts? Did you know that? You know, here you're thinking you're going to be saving that next kid that gets an automobile accident, when actually the hospital's selling your, even though you're an organ donor, they're selling it to the colleges and stuff like that, and they're making a fortune off of your body. If you got a will, you can put all that stuff down, where you want your money, who you want that to go to, that you want to have a piece of what the hospital makes off your body. You know, there's all these different things that you can do. Why get a will? Well, I've been in wrecks on the road. I have seen, witnessed, I've experienced people dying. You know, I've seen all this other stuff go on. And when somebody doesn't have a will, they can't even leave a last goodbye to their loved ones. They cannot say anything. And with today's day and age, with the phones and being able to use video and everything else, why don't you take advantage of everything so people, you can at least say goodbye, and you can at least tell them what you want done with. Maybe you have a baseball card collection, or maybe you want to know who's going to pay off your car or something like that. Your last will and testament needs to be done, people, and I cannot express this enough. And when I go into units for the military, when I go into trucking companies, when I go and I talk to school teachers and nursing homes, when I go and talk to nurses and stuff, and I tell them how important their will is and their last living testament, and how important the healthcare power of attorney is, and if something happens, you don't want to get this stuff done when a problem happens. You need to get it done like anything else, to have it ready to go for just in case. And if you don't, then you're being selfish to those people you love and to your family members. And when you think that people can handle it themselves, no offense, but they don't know your passwords, and no one's going to give them their passwords unless you give permission. Even when you're dead, they still have to get permission to get into all your stuff. Get your will done. I bet you didn't even think about updating your will. You know, I know people, they've got kids, they're grown now, got kids of their own and everything else, yet they still leave everything to the babysitters, their moms and dads who have already since passed away. They leave it to neighbors and friends who no longer they talk to. When was the last time you updated your will? We can get your will and everything updated. So let's get that done. Let's get you taken care of. 217-316-0219. All you got to do is call me. Everything is confidential. Everything is quiet. Nothing will ever be released to anybody. You know, I keep everything completely confidential. And people that get mad, I'm sorry, I've already got my butt chewed because I won't give out information. And I got my butt chewed last night. I'm like, sorry, nothing I can do about it. And I got called every name in the world. I don't care. That's how strict I am with security and making sure people are well taken care of. I'm trying to find this place called Firehouse Subs. Anybody know where it's at? Got a meeting at Firehouse Subs, and I don't know where it's at. I'll find it, though. I think I went to the wrong place. I think it's over by Walmart, or the old Walmart, Hobby Lobby. So, anyway, let's get your will done. Let's get it taken care of. It's all private, confidential, everything that we say or do. You don't even have to do it with me. If you just want to get your will done, I even have a phone app with wills on it that you can do it on your will. Then what happens? Here's how it works. If you want it to do with a regular paper will, I have regular paper wills. I can give it to you. You will then mail it to our main law firm. Once they get it in the mail, they will enter everything into their computer system. They're going to call you up, ask you if everything's all right, if there's anything else you want to leave. And then what they're going to do is they're going to type everything out, send it to you, and they're going to ask you if it's okay, if that's going to be okay with you. You're going to say, yes, it's okay. Then what they're going to do is tell you to notarize it. They're going to save it. You're going to have the original copy. You're going to put it in your refrigerator. That's one way of doing it. The other way is I give you an app. So you don't want to do it with me, that's fine. You don't have to do anything with me. So the second thing is I can give you an app. You and your husband, or just you or whatever else, you'll open up the app. You'll fill out the will. You'll push send. Within 24 to 48 hours, you're going to have a lawyer call you back asking you any other questions you may have about the will. You tell them it's good to go. They're going to type it all up. They're going to send it to you to relook at on the computer or in an envelope. If you're okay with it, you send it back, or you say, I'm good with this will. You then go have it notarized. They're going to basically then say, okay, your will's good to go, and you're going to put it in the refrigerator. That's just from an app, and it takes you like 5 minutes to do a will on an app. The other way you can do it, you're going to PDF on your computer. You're going to fill out the PDF with everything you want, attach whatever you need, any type of notes or anything else, and then you're going to push send. It's going to go to the law firm. The law firm's going to call you up, one of the lawyers that specializes in wills, and they're going to ask you if you want anything else on that will, if you need anything else on that will, and you're going to be like, no, it's good to go. So then what they're going to do is they're going to send it back to you. They're going to basically mail it back over to you, or email it, whatever you want to do. You are then going to have it notarized. You're going to tell them it's all good to go. Your will is good for life, and every year, if you want to update it, you can update it every year whenever you want, and it'll be good. So, you see what I'm saying is, no matter what, you still have to have it notarized. You still have to have a witness that you're doing the will, but you can do it through mail. You can do it through email. You can do it through a phone app. I don't care how we got to get your will done, but it's very, very simple to do. And what's funny is I'd rather help you because everybody's like, well, I can get a free will over. That's fine. I'm tired of people trying to argue with me about free wills. Wills aren't free. I know that you can write up your own will, but they will not be honored in court if it's not the original. If it goes to probate court, a handwritten will not be recognized. You know, there's so many rules and laws behind it. If all of a sudden you get in a wreck or something, you didn't put that in there, you know. They're the little minute details that prevent people from being able to take care of their family members, their friends, if your kids need a will, you know, or getting your will updated. I love my friends that tell me that wills are free, but they're not. Okay, because no matter what, if something out of the ordinary happens, yes, you can write up a will, and if it's a perfect scenario, a perfect case situation, it'll be recognized. I'm not saying it won't be, but I'm also saying that because we live in a probate state and it's going to go to probate, it won't be recognized. Look up probate if you don't believe me. Look up having to have somebody authorize it along with you and have it notarized. If there's any type of copy of a will or somebody else decides to write it, it's not your handwriting, it will not be recognized in court at all. So make sure you get your will and your healthcare power of attorney done. And anybody that says that wills are free and everything, that's great. Write it up. They can come to me. We'll get it done for $18.95. I'll have it all done up for you and everything else. We'll make it nice and pretty. Okay, you'll get it back. You'll have it notarized. I'm not going to notarize it, and I'm not going to witness it. The reason why is I'd rather you have two separate people that know who you are. You're going to put a copy in your refrigerator, copy in your foot drawer, whatever else. You're going to have it sent to the lawyers, and then all of a sudden your will's good. It's good for life. Okay? No matter what happens, we can get your wills updated. It'll cost you a whole mere $18.95. Okay? I'm not going to lie to you about cost and everything else, okay? But everybody that says wills are fine, that's great. But guess what? We're going to take care of that extra expense on top of it so that you don't have those, oops, accidental moments that needed to be done. And right now I'm looking for Firehouse Subs, and I think I forgot where it's at because it's not in here either. Dang it, where'd I go? Okay, Firehouse Subs is not here. I'm looking for Firehouse Subs. Man, I think they're going to strangle me for not being able to find Firehouse Subs. Anybody know where Firehouse Subs is? Because I don't. I'm looking for Firehouse Subs, and it's... Oh, there it is. Big old sign says Firehouse Subs. I found it! I'm not as dumb as everybody thinks. Okay, so let's get your will done. 217-316-0219. I'm going in with some of my best friends right now, some family, because like I said, they're awesome. And we will handle everything from there, everybody. Okay, guys, have a great day. Love y'all. Call me up. Get me, like I said, I got my schedule book with me right now. I can get your wills and everything that we can go and get it all done. Talk to everybody in a little bit. Bye.